All right, you trust me?
I got it. Woo, baby.
Mom swallowed a bug. You all right? Oh, just let it go. Just
I'm trying.
He's looking a little more rugged these days. Hey guys, so this week on the homestead, we are enjoying the fall.
Yeah, we're just soaking up the fall colors and the cool air, and
We laid some gravel. We started working on digging some trenches to run water lines and then lines for the solar panels. And then I broke my shovel. We changed directions on where we're putting the solar panels based on observing the sun. And guys, this is a big deal. We have planted our very first fruit trees on the homestead. Our very first hole for our first tree. We took another step towards becoming sustainable. We're here in the garden now, and we can't wait to show you what we've got going on. It is officially fall on the homestead. Hey guys, wanted to give you a quick update on the solar shed. We finished up the door completely. Come check it out. From the last episode, I still had to finish up some of the door jamb or the door stop. And so got that all the way up and around and glued in and nailed in with the finishing nails. And then put on the new doorknob, and it works. And now our solar equipment will be nice and secure, locked up in the new shed. Zach has his own key.
Zach,
oh yeah.
Wait, do we have somewhere to put it? Like, is there a special place for him to put it?
Yeah, we'll put it somewhere safe,
But
but we
him,
won't
that can
tell
put it on.
anybody under the rock. So yeah, the door is done. One thing left to do, guys, on this is really just the siding. Unfortunately, this wood that we were gonna use for the siding from the old cabin is not enough. We wanna try to find some repurposed wood or even just some rough cut wood or something. But it also needs to be inexpensive. So now it's just to really start hanging some shelves inside and get ready for all the equipment to go in. So we're excited. What happened, baby?
So when I was right there, I sat down and yeah, that happens so.
Monzi, would you get her a glass of water so she can swish the blood out? Yeah. All right, Benji, how's the tongue?
Better than it was.
Stick it out real far. Oh man, that's crazy how fast it heals like that. How's it feel?
Very weird.
Yeah.
It feels like I have jelly in my mouth. Except it doesn't taste like anything, it just feels weird.
I'm sorry. Well, guys, we're having some chili and chips and salsa by the fire tonight. It's been a beautiful day. All right, ladies and gentlemen, for your dinner entertainment this evening, we have the Wing Feather Saga, Book 1. We're on Chapter 12. What's y'all's favorite part about the book so far?
I think the dragons.
There's
sea
dragons.
Sea dragons specifically. Thank you, Zaya. All right, babe, so you've been working hard. What are we working on?
So we have this area, the space between the pole barn and the camper. It already had this like cleared area, and so it would get a little bit muddy. Then it would track all sorts of stuff into our living space and everything. We're laying down these pebbles to help remove the mud, obviously. We also had just a natural ditch from the rain coming off the roof, which is awesome because it keeps the rain from going inside of the barn, but it was this dip down as we would go in and out. We're making this path to kind of level that out, but keep that drainage there so that it's a nice, neat walkway. So that's the idea. We love it. We're thrilled with the way that it looked and turned out. Yeah, it's just a cheap way to make it beautiful and useful.
Hey, what's everybody working on?
I'm making sushi.
Drawing. You're
Pretend
creating.
sushi.
Pretend sushi. I love it. What you working on, Eli?
I'm writing a book.
You're writing your own book?
Yeah.
I can't wait for you to share it with us. What are you working on, Zach?
Rocks.
Rocks. That's amazing.
Right here,
Wow.
and I've got one over here.
Is it all the same book?
Well, sort of. Except it's like from different perspectives.
Wow. That's cool.
Did you see everything?
Wow, that's your shop?
Yeah.
That's so cool.
Shop.
You're gonna sell it in your shop?
It could be a stairway up.
Got some cool stuff in that shop. Okay, if I keep that for my chainsaw?
Sure.
Thanks, bud.
You don't really need it. Yeah, no one buys it. Yeah. We were pretending it was like a iron gun. You can tell if you
We ran some errands today and we had to stop by our local hardware store and happened to pass by this Juice Mate by Norpro, which we're really excited about. It was a great price. It was $6, and we do a lot of juicing typically, but we have an electric juicer, and so we wanted something that was more off-grid, and I loved that this had the stainless steel and very few plastic attachments on it. So we're gonna give this a try and see how it goes. We're gonna start out with grapes. We got the grape attachment. Let's try it out and see what happens.
Give me your assessment.
It's fun. It's super easy. We haven't tried cleaning it yet. That's always a huge assessment for us. You want me to just sip it straight from the bowl?
Yeah, why not?
Okay, how
Oh, so good, Becky.
Okay.
Zacharoni, we're sharing.
Is that good?
Yummy.
Oh man, that's so good. What are we gonna juice now, babe?
Well, we're gonna try a whole bunch of things. We're gonna do some apples and pears and pomegranates. Now the cool thing about this strainer that we just got, this juicer strainer Sauce Master, is that it makes anything from juices to fruit leathers to purees to jams, jellies, and salsas. It makes all sorts of stuff. So we're really excited about this.
Pear,
It's good.
pear, apple, pomegranate.
So something that will help in the future is I left the peel on the apple, and so I think maybe peeling.
Peeling them first.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That will help.
had a stink bug on it.
All right. So after, of course, doing the juicing, we read a little bit more of the instructions. So it said to, if you do get in a jam, to turn it counterclockwise, and that will usually undo the dam. I think, you know, this, given our first try, I think we'll get better and better at it. And I absolutely loved it for the grape juice. It was super simple. And then it also is very easy to clean. So that's great.
The solar panels. So last week we showed you where we had planned to put the panels. We're going to change that from the west field to the east field. Got about 11 hours of sunlight yesterday with no shade whatsoever. So this really is a more ideal spot. We're in the middle of October now, and the sun rises right over these trees right at 7 a.m. This is exposed to the sunlight all the way till 6 p.m. before it sets over these trees over there. We're gonna build the ground mounts for the solar panels somewhere in this area. And so what I need to do is start digging some trenches. And let me explain why. Right there is the site of our well. Right now, the water runs from the well to the old trailer where the pressure tank is and the pressure switch. And then it pumps water up to our water hose faucet over there by the shower, and that's how we are pumping water into the camper. So the water is running all over the place. Now our plan is to move all of that to a central location. So we need to redig a trench 18 inches deep, which is below the frost line here, and run a line from the well all the way to the solar shed where we will put the pressure switch and the pressure tank that will run the pump from the well. The deal is we need to dig a trench, but not only for the water line, but also for the solar panels. The lines will run from the panels, and so I'm basically gonna tee it right here somewhere. We'll dig a trench from the well here, solar panels here, and then a single trench will be dug all the way there. So the plan for now is to do it by hand. The ground is still very soft. We've had a lot of rain. It shouldn't be too hard to dig it, but it is a long way. But you know, I'm still young. I got some energy, and I got some kids that can help. I'm gonna give it a go, and if it is like absurd, then we might have to go rent some equipment to dig it. We'll see. Here's my my trench so far. It is not 18 inches deep yet. It's about 10 inches, and that I've done by hand. And then I broke my shovel. So now we're trying something else. I'll go buy another shovel, but for now, I thought I'd try to use the plow. But I don't know enough about the hydraulic system on this to make it go down, like below ground. So I'm gonna play around with this, see if I can get this thing to dig my trench for me. I'm not giving up yet. So we decided to rent a trencher. So hopefully it'll make short work of the 200-foot trench that we gotta dig.
That is awesome. Look it up. Whoa.
Alright guys, this is a big day as we plant our very first trees. What do we got, babe?
So we've got 2 cherry trees and then 4 apple trees. Right. And we're a little bit late in the season to be planting them, but we wanted to go ahead and get them out of the pots and into the ground before it gets too cold. We're going to plant these in the garden area for now because our orchard fields are just not quite ready for us to put trees in just yet. So these will just be kind of a center focus of our garden area. And we're going to do a permaculture design. And the way that it'll work is we'll have multiple layers. So we'll have like ground covering, then the next layer, and so on and so forth, with the trees obviously being the top. So yeah.
Awesome. All right, we are digging our very first hole for our first tree. All right. Okay, Munzie gave up. All right, Bella, you're gonna be the one to dig our very first hole for our first tree. This is a big deal. Good work, buddy. Good work. How's it going, Belle? You're doing a great job. What happens, see, it looks pretty dry on top. You don't have to dig very far, and look, it's wet and moist and it's breaking down really good. So you keep digging and all this is going to become really rich soil soon, and the covering helps hold in all of that water. You don't even really have to water it because the mulch, the wood chips hold in all that moisture. So pretty awesome. All right. What do you think, bud?
Awesome.
That is a step in the direction of being self-sustaining. Our desire eventually as a sustainable homestead is to grow all of our own food. So this is a step. You know,
Yeah.
We've been here just 3 months and we've now planted our first trees. We got them all done. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We did it, guys. We planted our first 6 trees. Thanks for all your help planting the trees. Zaya is the apple king, so he's gonna be excited to have an apple tree. Your own apple tree. Oh wait,
Dad,
you planted a cherry tree. I forgot.
Yeah, I have an apple.
But just don't cut it down.
No, why are they coming on cherry tree down?
All right, we did it.
So this week on the homestead, we decided to just take a moment and slow down and let it be whatever it was going to be.
We're here in the garden, and we've just been praying this morning that this homestead would bear a lot of fruit.
That's right.
And so, you know, we're just going to allow it to be whatever God wants it to be.
So I think we've mentioned it before, but there's a permaculture book that I've been reading, and a quote in it says, "Don't just do something, stand there." And the idea behind it is don't feel like you have to just like always be progressive, always achieving goals, and always doing something to be successful. Sometimes it's best to take a step back and observe.
It helps to realign your perspective, that you're not just looking for the short-term here and now accomplishments, but when you have an end vision of what you're becoming, then you can see how slowing down and being still is a part of your formation and becoming who God wants you to be. All right. We love you guys. Be blessed and be a blessing. We'll see you next time.